Straight up Tennessee family, happy Sunday, or should I say sappy Sunday, or should I say sad Sunday? I don't really know what to say, but I can say this, man. There's still a lot more season left. Tennessee goes down to Tuscaloosa and does what we all pretty much expected in losing the football game, but it hurts the way you lose this one and the way you lose against Georgia. Like, it's the way it happens. There's a lot of things on the inside. There's a lot of things, that may happen during the game, but this one just stings. It hurts. 37-20 in Tuscaloosa. And guys, when we get into some of these, just the flow of the game, when you get into some of the stats, Tennessee won this game. Like, this is the craziest thing. But we continue to beat ourselves up. And so we got an awesome night planned. Bring your complaints, bring your sorrows, bring your pain. This is the place to bring it to. Bring it right here to Straight Up Tennessee on a Sunday. It's the next day show, man. I got Dill, I got C2, I got Sale with me. You already know what it is, man. It is Straight Up Tennessee, baby. Welcome to the next day, Bama Week.
Tennessee's the program to keep an eye on. If you want to know which program that's not currently at the head table of college football, it's Tennessee.
Now Meshack's got to go. A fire! Fire! Wins it! July Meshack wins it! A strike, Burton needs a bolt. Swing and a miss, and for the first time, Rocky Top reaches the mountaintop of college baseball.
What's good, Straight Up Tennessee family? It's your boy Rucking the Building, joined by my fellas C2, Sale, Deal. Y'all know what to do, man. It's the top of the show. Like, comment, subscribe, join that channel, man. We went on a joining spree right before the Bama game. Y'all just keep blowing this thing up, man. We have grown this channel significantly since the beginning of the season. That's thanks to you guys. Thanks to all the love. Thanks to all the support. And we're going to keep bringing you good content, even when our football team continues to shoot ourselves in the foot, and it's hard to talk about. It's hard to watch sometimes. I don't really have a lot to say today. I'm going to just let these boys kind of run this whole thing because it's hard, man. I am stuck right in the middle of we suck and God almighty, like you're 2-3 plays. Like you go back to these games, you're losing. It's three or less plays on why you're losing the game. It's not like the collection of the entire game is why you're losing. And that's why this hurts so bad. Boys, happy Sunday. How y'all feeling? And don't all speak at once. Don't all speak at once. How we feeling on a Sunday, man?
You can go first, Dill or Sell, either one.
No, I've just hit a point of apathy at this point. I don't know how many times I can come on here and say the exact same thing week in and week out about third down defense, about hype being conservative, about predictability and play calling, and it's like nothing's changing up to this point in the season. I don't know if it's ever gonna change this season, to be honest with you, but yeah, I'm not expecting us to finish 10-2. I'll say that much now. But we got a lot of improvements we need to make.
For those that are watching, hold on. First on mic check. I've never worn these headphones before.
I can
That
hear
sound
you.
all right?
You are here.
Yeah, we
You are
can hear you.
Not cool. So for those that are watching, the guys on the screen right now have a group chat, and the house is very much divided right now on people feeling good, feeling positive, how we gonna finish the season. But last night I told Rick this earlier. I think this loss hurts us a little bit more because we're at a point now where we know that we're capable of beating anybody. So I guess this loss hurts a little bit more than it would say it was 2 years ago. But that's why you play, man. So I understand both sides, but we got to take it. Hopefully, the team looks at it the same way and we move forward.
Yeah, C2, what about you?
I think the reason that I'm frustrated and maybe being viewed as negative is the fact that
Sal, you drinking a beer?
we thought about it. I ain't gonna lie. I thought about it.
Hey, that's what we need tonight. That's where we at right now, bro.
I'm on the Topo Chico vibes. Go ahead. If you want to watch him Topo Chico, go ahead and
okay. See, this is how y'all can tell we really just boys. All right, y'all go ahead.
I'm not even going to talk about the defense much tonight. I mean, we had 13 missed tackles over the course of the game.
That hurt.
We had several third down plays where we had them stopped, and then I know it's the play call because there's no other reason your middle linebacker who's supposed to be covering the middle of the field turns around and does a 20-yard dead sprint further away from the line of scrimmage without even turning his head around to look back at the quarterback to see maybe somebody's going to come up behind me and catch this. No, none of that. What kills me and what frustrates me the most is the play calling on offense in this game. It's been frustrating me for a while now, but I thought based on some things Heupel had said that it might change this game. We might actually come out and try to establish the run early, but we just continue to not do that. And I just don't understand why, when every bit of film, every bit of statistics, every bit of anything this coaching staff could be looking at points to we have success and we win when we establish the run.
I can be on that bandwagon right now. It's weird, man, because I don't think we've done that all year. If you really go back, like you've not really established the run early, but you've been able to do it at will. And I understand early in a game, right? Like, here's the thing that I'm seeing, and y'all tell me if I'm off right here with this. We'll just go with this right now because we're talking about it, and then chat, we coming to you because y'all know this y'all show, man. Bring you everything you got tonight. But this is the first time in a few years that Heupel has a guy that he knows can put the ball anywhere offensively as far as in the pass game. And he likes that. Go back and watch. Like, yes, we run the football. But go back to UCF when Dylan Gabriel was there, when Mackenzie Milton was there. This is a lot like what it looked like. They would still run the ball for over, 2,000 yards in the season. But early in games, they like to loosen up the defense, and they're just nickel, dime, bow, 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 bow. And it's almost like he's kind of defaulted back to those things when – man, we literally have been able to run the football on everybody, really, except Georgia, this season.
I am so glad that you bring that up because on going into this game, on pass plays that were not play action plays, Joey was 38 of 76, 50% completion rating for 411 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. So while, yes, Joey can put it anywhere, Joey's success, he is most successful when we can do play action. And unfortunately for our coaching staff and what they want to call, you have to establish the run in order to be able to utilize the play action pass. If you're just going to come out there, run it 3 times in the first quarter, one of those was with Kitzelman, and try to throw play action off that, I'm sorry, the defense isn't going to bite on that.
Let's see what's popping in the chat, man. Tim Bradley says, well, last night done it for me. Apathy has set in. I wasn't mad at all. At this point, we are the Penn State of the SEC. Oh, I can't wait for Dylan to talk about what he said earlier. That almost made me throw my phone. Noah James 98. Noah says can't stand nigga Vols. 10-2. It's possible. Ryan Gaynor, what's up with that rut? Yeah, now listen. I thought that was a little interesting. I'm talking about like whispering in his ear like it's his baby mama. That was crazy. That was crazy. And it was live, national television live. This wasn't like just a picture that you saw somebody take. Literally walks up to the man, gives him a big hug, start whispering in his ear, bro. That was crazy to me. I was like, okay, this is how you already know.
Oh, I was pissed as soon as I saw Greg McElroy was calling that game.
Dog. I can't. And Sean McDonough's just as bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the ball that was a drop and they called it a catch, I guess, on field, but then he was like, I think it was a catch. It was Ryan Williams' catch that hit the ground that they didn't overturn.
Mm-hmm.
Said it was a catch. He was like, well, I mean, I really think that's a catch. And the rules guy's telling him that this is an incompletion. And he's like, well, I mean, I think it's a catch. It's like, are you like, y'all are just Bama lickers, bro. Mr. Monster said the Tennessee Bama game was rough. It sure was. Ryan Gaynor says turn time makes me nauseous. I mean, we know this. My man Adrian coming in, even in the sorrow and the doubt, dropping a 20, says, what's good, everyone? When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Missed tackles, drop balls, OC not going with what's working, run the ball, quarterback and wide receiver not on the same page on pivotal moments. Same problems every game since game number 1. Noah in the chat. Ryan says T-Lander was looking the whole opposite way when the ball came. Man, dude, brother. God almighty. Matt says, Noah, I'll let you blow rainbow and bubbles and frolic around. I'm still straight pissed.
This sounds like a group chat. Hey, can you rearrange from 4? Like me and you need to be on the same side than Dylan.
There we go. We literally split down the middle in color and in Matt says, hold on, we lost it. Let's get back to it. Yep. Good for you, Noah. Stay in your lane, bro. Noah said, Yo, Matt, relax. What I did to you. Yeah, this is finna be a night. This finna be one of them ones, y'all. So let's just dive into initial game flow, just the flow of the football game. Obviously, Tennessee gets the football first. We do nothing with it, and we get it to Alabama. They go down and score on an 11-play drive there. We had them on a 3rd and 13. I repeat, 3rd and 13. And we let a tight end get open. And they get a first down.
I get more nervous on 3rd and longs than I do 3rd and shorts.
I like 3rd and long better with this team. Goodness gracious. But 3rd and short last night, it seems like Alabama, every time it was 3rd and short, I was like, they're getting this. Because it's like we just like stopped trying to stop the run because we knew that's what they were going to do.
Is this not the same play where we were having them backed up into their end zone? Yes,
sir. That is exactly it.
Here's my main question. Why did we only send 4 guys that play?
He's like the $1 million man, Tim Banks.
I mean, how many times are we going to sit here this season and say, why aren't we blitzing on 3rd down?
Or just in general.
I feel like I'm driving myself crazy up here talking about it every week. Because, I mean, it's 4 guys. And if you would have sent 5, he would have went down. That would have been a safety. That's our ball. Because Jackson Moy almost got to him.
I think we were almost there all night, which was annoying.
Before anyone comes in saying we don't blitz because we get burnt and all that, dude had 42.9% completion when we blitzed. He threw for 63 yards when we blitzed. That was 4.5 yards per attempt. And he scrambled once when we blitzed. So we don't get burnt when we blitzed. When we get burnt is when we don't blitz and we give up 190 yards passing and 2 touchdowns with 12.7 yards per attempt.
And how really all of that happened on 2 drives. If we want to be really honest, like Ty Simpson did nothing to beat Tennessee in this football game. Nothing. There was nothing he did. Like, I mean, listen, if I'm going to give anybody on that entire team, first of all, Jam Miller, like, why everybody so hype on him? trash. The other dude was running harder than he was.
The freshman, right?
Yeah, Daniel Hill, right? Yep. So he was handling his business. If we want to give anybody, go ahead.
Yeah, I was watching the game with Bama fans, and they was like, "Where is this dude been?" Like literally, they were saying that, like, "Where's he been all season?"
Yeah.
So.
See, that's the problem. When you're elite, you don't even know what you got. When you're working to get there, you know every single person on the team. And that's where we are.
Just to rub it in a little more, Daniel Hill was actually a Tennessee target and chose Alabama on signing day. So,
yep, that's what happens to us. That's just what happens. We ain't got nothing to show people. What we gonna show you? A national championship from 26 years ago, 27 years ago?
We got an Orange Bowl though.
we can show you us wasting your talents as a running back.
I hesitate to say now. I hesitate to say that because they definitely not getting wasted because they handling their business when they get in the clips. So,
I mean, Bishop deserves 20 carries a game.
But he's not gonna get that, dude. Like that's just
my point.
But but the thing is so we saying now, okay, now let's go back to game one. Now we want Bishop to be the guy. Everybody else talking not about Deshaun Bishop. We talking about everybody else. So now the script is flipped, huh?
I don't know what you mean by we, because I've been on the D Bish train.
Me too. Me too. I have too. But I'm just saying.
Well,
but here's the thing. I don't care who gets the ball out of our three running backs as long as we try to run the ball, as long as we establish the run.
I think there's places. Here's what I do think. Yes, we do need to try to establish a run. I think early we are not doing that at a high enough clip. We're not we'll run it on second down, get 2 yards, and then we might see another run the next drive or the next set of 4. So it's that is kind of frustrating. But at the same time, it's if y'all aren't, maybe it's just me, but I think early in games too, teams are wanting to that's the only thing they're worried about is stopping the run. And so they're loading the box. They're even if they're not loading the box, they're doing inside stunts, inside twists to stop our trap in inside zone games. And they slow it down, really. I haven't seen, even when we do run the ball early, I'm just trying to think of anything in the last few weeks. Mississippi State may be the anomaly, but when we run the ball early, there is zero success because of how the defense is playing us.
But there's zero. So here's my issue with that. Going back to something we talked about a few weeks ago, there's zero success in the run, right? We get 2 yards, we get 3 yards, but then we play action pass it for 70 yards and a touchdown over the top. The run may not be getting you the yards early on, but it is setting up the play action to be able to work. When we do not operate in the play action as passing the football, it's not good. And all I need as evidence for that, even though we've got half a season's worth, a little over half a season's worth, is this specific game, because we were not operating out of the play action twice as much as we were in the play action all game. And when you look at our first half stats, and especially when you look at the third quarter, which in my opinion is where we lost this game, offensively and defensively, it bears out. Especially when you look at our first down plays. It drives me nuts how often we pass on first down instead of trying to run the ball. First half, we attempted to run the ball on first down 6 times. On those 6 attempts, we got 26 yards, 4.33 yards per carry. We attempted to pass on first down 9 times for 14 net yards on first down, 1.56 yards per attempted pass play. And we kept that same energy. What bugs me the most is we didn't make a single adjustment from that plan in the third quarter. Yes, we came out and ran the ball. We had 4 attempts for 71 yards in the third quarter. We had 7 dropbacks for a pass. Deshaun Bishop ran for 18 yards. And the very next play, instead of either running it again or doing a play action pass, We throw a wide receiver screen for a loss of 2 yards, and it kills the
Last night might
drive.
have been the most screens I've seen from us all year. At least it
Yeah.
feels like it.
Kills the drive.
I
But
have
in the
no problem
third
with
quarter,
D-Fish with what he had for 14 for 123. My problem is the next RB only has 6 carries. Like RB2, whoever it is, Lewis or Star should have 10 at least. Like
Yeah.
D-Fish, you can see he was
absolutely,
exhausted. So I don't have a problem with him
absolutely.
not getting 20 carries. I have a problem with the next man up not getting at least 10.
First down run attempts in the third quarter, once. All third quarter for 7 yards. We attempted to pass on third down 4 times for a net gain of 0 yards. We came out with the same game plan on first down that we had in the first half and expected it to Why? Why did we expect it to change? Nothing was going to change there. We had an opportunity in that third quarter to go down there and score on back-to-back drives, but instead we switched to screen passes. And people may also look, just to Sell's point, at Peyton Lewis, who had the second most carries. And he didn't have a great yards per carry when you look at his yards overall, right? He had, let me pull it up here.
6 for
He had
18. His longest
7.
run was 11.
Well, he had 7 carries you're right. 6 carries for 18 yards, but 3 of his carries were within the 5-yard line, netting 3 yards. So if you look at his carries outside of the 5-yard line, he was 4 for 16. So he's averaging 4 yards per carry. That's a pretty good average for your second running back, your guy coming in to get. But then you've got Starr, who got 3 carries all game for 26 yards. And we gave him the ball 3 times. I know he struggled in past games, but like
he can't block, dude. Did you watch him try to block?
he doesn't have to block if we're handing the ball off to him.
But that's not football, Corey. You can't run the ball every damn play, bro.
I'm not saying run the ball every play.
That is what you're saying.
No, I am not. I am saying that we in the first half passed on 65% of our plays. Joey had 54 dropbacks, because I count the one where he got sacked for a safety, even though it's technically a penalty. It was still a dropback he got sacked on. You're telling me I'm saying run the ball every down. I'm just saying don't try to pass it 54 times in a game, and maybe try to make the offense a little balanced to where it actually works.
We have been pass heavy. Let's hit the chat up. Chris Wu Bishop gets a 15-yard run for a first, and the defense is on the heels. Then we go to a screen pass for -2 yards. What are we doing? Yeah, I don't know. Adrian says if we don't fix these problems, we're going to lose 2 more games, maybe 3.
Not 3.
Yeah, that's a stretch.
I don't see 2 losses on the schedule.
I don't see 2, but definitely not.
Dylan, hey, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all this now. Dylan thinks we're going 5-7 in Dylan's eyes. We're going to lose to Kentucky. Bro. We're going to lose to OU. We're going to lose to New Mexico State. New Mexico State going to beat us by 3 touchdowns.
No. Florida ain't never a guarantee when you play in Orange.
I agree.
Ain't never. And now OU's finally getting their footing back out from underneath them, so that ain't going to be easy either. You can say they trash till they beat us, bro.
They not beating us in Neyland. I put money on that right now.
You talking about OU?
Yes.
I'll get in on that too.
They are not, bro. That is not a. They are mid. They have no weapons outside of Mateer, and the defense is actually decent. So I don't think that's where I'm at.
Who would you say is better, Arkansas or Oklahoma?
So we're not going to compare Arkansas and Oklahoma. Arkansas is better offensively than Oklahoma, 100%.
Okay. Overall team, who's better?
Arkansas is better offensively. OU is better defensively.
Okay. My issue is there's no reason Oklahoma should be close. There's no reason that should be a close game at all. I agree with you 100%. We are the better team. We have the better players. When we choose to call a good game, we execute better. We score more. Easy.
That typically happens at home.
My issue is we shouldn't have had a close game against Arkansas, but we did.
But here's the problem with that. Yes, but you're up 17 points in the fourth quarter. And you have again one of those things where you play conservative. I think that was a pure coaching error.
I agree.
You start to play conservative. You go and you actually throw a seam pass to Miles Kisselman with like 8 minutes left. You get on plus side territory, and then we run it 3 straight times, which is what you want us to do, is run it 3 straight times. So
That
we
is
did
not
that.
what I want us to
So
do.
we
Now
did
you're
that,
twisting
and then
stuff.
we punted.
No, now you're twisting stuff. I want us to run and then play action pass off the back of the run. We shouldn't be doing anything with how good our offense is everywhere. We shouldn't be doing anything 3 straight times. We shouldn't be passing 3 straight times. We shouldn't be running 3 straight times. We should be mixing it up every drive.
Let's break it up a little bit. Boo Carter, what y'all think about Boo Carter right now?
I know
If
there
he
was
ain't
one
gonna-
play specifically he got beat and then didn't make the tackle.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you the worst tackle from last night. Well, it wasn't a tackle, bro. What was Ty Redmond doing? that boy was doing that. Let me do it front, bang, side, bro. He just leaned forward like he was gonna be able to tackle somebody. I was like, bro, you didn't even clip this dude, bro. You are tripping, bro.
Yeah,
On the Boo
going-
Carter thing, though, not even just the fact that he didn't make the tackle cell, the fact that he was out there jogging instead of trying to chase that mug down. When he's as fast as he was out there just for a leisurely jog.
Dude.
Yeah.
I
That
don't
goes
like
into-
his. Here's what I'll say about Boo, and then Dill, you take it.
I-
I do not want him on my team because I can tell he does not care.
That's what I was about
He
to say.
has no the effort, dude, is so bad. Like
Yeah.
the play. Okay, the Ryan Williams. This is a simple play. Ryan Williams lined up in the slot. They sent Bernard in motion, and they sent Williams on just a normal, like it was not even a curl. It was kind of like a post sit almost. He runs across, but then he sat in the middle. You know what I'm talking about? I think it was third quarter. It's like second or third down, like Alabama's second possession in the third quarter.
Mhm.
It was their scoring drive in the third. I'm pretty sure. Are they scoring the? I can't remember. Anyways, he runs this corner like this post sit, and Boo Carter is literally, I'm talking 5 yards away from him. All he got to do is move up.
Mm-hmm.
He watched him catch it. Like he's standing there, bro, like this.
Yeah.
And then failed to. Then this is where. Then he failed to even try to tackle him. Why Idris Farouk making that tackle from 10 yards away? I was just. I'm out on Boo, man. Chris Wu right here says, Adrian Wells, this week is truly a show me your character week after this loss. If they come out flat against Kentucky, we're probably looking at an 8-4 season.
Whoa.
Here's what I will say, y'all. I mean, this is kind of the roller coaster of being a Tennessee fan. This is the truth. This is the roller coaster of being a Tennessee fan. I had 9-3 at the beginning of the season anyway. So now we all mad that that's really a reality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hold on.
go
Hold
for
on.
it.
We had 9-3 before what we knew what we had in Joey Aguilar.
I understand, but I still had 9-3. I never thought we were going to the playoff this year. I didn't think that. To me,
Man,
personally.
I thought it was a possibility. We made it last year with pretty much the same schedule and no offense.
Well, now we got no defense. Which one's worse? Obviously, not the defense. Probably.
Honestly,
But I think that's
I'd
the
rather
thing.
go
But
back.
that's all I was saying, Dill. Is it's the roller coaster of emotion. We can't go back and say, well, we didn't know what we had in Joe. Like, we can't really say that. Like, if we said 9-3, like that's what we said. Even with Joey Aguilar, we knew he was coming. We didn't know what he was necessarily going to be. So we knew 9-3. It still is, and nothing's different.
Yeah.
Except how, and that's why I'm saying, like, that's why we are like the best and the worst people to talk about this team, because we love it so much that it makes us delusional. And then once we hit the delusional state, like nothing helps us. Nothing helps us.
No, I agree with you, Ruck. I had us at 8-4 at the beginning of the season. So, I mean, at the end of the season, if we're 9-3, I'm gonna be happy. But my issue, like the reason I'm frustrated now, and my issue and why I'm frustrated now, is we could be undefeated.
I agree with that.
And it's nothing. Don't get me wrong. Any Alabama fans that might join in at some point and try and come up with whatever reason to dislike us. It's not that Ty Simpson isn't a good quarterback. He is. It's not that Alabama isn't a good team. They are. It's that we didn't even call the plays on offense or defense really to put us in situation to win that game. Some of it's that turnover. some of it's as much as I love Joey, and this is one of the there were only 2 plays really this game and really this season that I'm like really going to critique him on. One is running 9 yards backwards into your own end zone on 2nd and 18, which kind of set up the safety. Like at that point, man, like should have thrown it away before you ran 9 yards backwards. Even then, if it's an intentional grounding, still at least you're not in the end zone. I get wanting to make a play happen, but you got to let that one go. And then the interception that turned out to be a pick 6. That was just a bad read, bad throw. Part of it was defensive lineman coming off the edge made it slow up. But
That's something we haven't talked about. Yesterday is the worst that our offensive line has played all year.
It was bad.
it was for sure.
It wasn't good.
But my issue, yes, we've got issues in personnel, and I don't want anyone to hear me say that it's only coaching, because it's not only coaching. We definitely have issues with personnel. I'd say more so on the defensive side of the ball. I know sometimes we have some issues on the offensive side with like drops and stuff. But that could also be coaching. I don't know.
I was going to cut you off just to say that for us to be in year 5 and to have that little safety depth that like William Wright is playing down 10 in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, it was some crazy.
Walk on. That's
crazy.
on coaching. You got to have better depth than that.
That was crazy.
But the reason I'm frustrated right now is just like it feels like our coaching staff right now, not as a whole, but specific individuals, is wasting the opportunity that we had this year to do something more than we thought we could do. I'm still going to be happy at the end of the year if we're 9-3. Now, will I be upset if we're 8-4, even though that's what I thought at the beginning of the year? Absolutely, because there's no reason this team should end this season 8-4 at all. But it's just frustrating to watch it go to waste kind of week after week. Even though we still have a winning record and only 2 losses, a couple plays either way, we're either undefeated or we're under 500.
Hitting the chat, Adrian said, I'm going to need these skilled players to learn how to secure the catch. Oh, man. Or just fire the guy that coaches them. I'm on that train now. Chris Wu, sick of the receiver drops. It's insane. Why are we not talking about Kess? Chris, where you been?
A coach can't make you catch the ball, though.
No, but they can develop pass catchers. I will tell you this. I got inside folks, and I was texting you about this earlier, Sal. I have learned a lot about Kelsey Pope in this offseason. Not from me. This is from someone who is close to the program that literally was a VFL, helps with this. Kelsey Pope, he told me from his mouth, not Kelsey Pope, but this source told me from their mouth, Kelsey Pope is probably the best wide receiver recruiter outside of Brian Hartline at Ohio State, as far as what he can get out of kids and getting them to Tennessee. He said the problem is he can't coach. He's like, this guy's been at practices watching them run routes, and it's like, take it back to 2 years ago. He said Squirrel White's the best route runner. And we saw that he was, because he was always open, but we couldn't hit him, right? But he was like, Brew McCoy can't run routes. He said Dante Thornton at that time couldn't run routes. This is all true statements. And it's what happened. And this year, he told me, he said Braylon Staley is the best route runner on the team. Mike Matthews has the most upside. Brazel's going to be the guy, though. Said this at the beginning of the year, and he hasn't lied. Brazel is getting his money. Mike Matthews is probably if I had to pick one, like Mike Matthews is special, dude. Like he can do everything. Braylon Staley is by far the route artist and can get open. He's always open pretty much at any moment during the game. But he continues to say, there's no reason Travis Smith and those cats, even when they were healthy, like, why are they not on the field?
So with you saying that, do we think, is this our best wide receiver room under Heupel? Yes or no? Because
100%.
Absolutely.
Okay.
100%. But this is all, it's a recruiting thing too. Like, that's why, like, they came in with talent and now they're just playing the rust off. Because think about it, bro. You sit for an entire year of hoop sale. We trash in a year, bro. Like game trash, not like off the court doing training. But you know, like when you get back on the court after a year, if you didn't play at all, bro, it's gonna take 8 to 10 games to get in the groove.
Oh, for sure. I've been there too. I did that.
Exact. You know, so that's this. So we're in game 7 now, coming up. Game 8, actually. You see what I'm saying? So like these guys are like the receiver room is fine, but they gotta be developed to go get the football.
I watched this game yesterday with my in-laws that are Alabama fans, which actually was tolerable. So if y'all prayed for me, I appreciate it. But my grandfather-in-law made this point because at the beginning they were showing Joey's stats, talking about his background, and he has like a 65.8 completion rate. And then later in the game, he looked at me, he said, "He's got a 65.8 completion rate. Just imagine how high it would be if y'all caught the ball."
That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Be crazy. Unsung says we have the worst secondary in the SEC. Yes, we do. You said Ryan Williams was trash, and then he went out. He didn't really go off. I didn't even actually explain what I was going to say about that. I didn't give the guy his flowers that deserve. Jeremy Bernard is a dude.
Yeah,
I just got to give him his flowers.
But also the reason. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're gonna say the reason we saying that is because he couldn't get tackled.
Well, no, I was gonna say the reason Williams was looking so down, he was dealing with a hamstring injury, and just it being our luck happened to get healthy coming back into our game. Doesn't really help the fact that we can't cover a bed with a blanket out there. But
also we laid the blueprint on how to stop Ryan Williams last year with Jermai McCoy. You play press coverage on him and you get in his jersey. Yeah. He's 17 years old, right? Treat him like it. Get in his jersey. Don't let him off the line of scrimmage. And we didn't do that at all this game.
No, we sure didn't.
How do you forget your own game plan?
Like the thing about Ryan Williams is he still had no tuds.
He did enough.
It was just because his couches was loud. That's how it was. They were loud catches. They were good catches.
They were. They were big catches. Let's see. Chris Wu said, serious question. Does anyone really have a good idea of why we're so bad on the road? Poor preparation, players check out. Is it completely Jekyll and Hyde?
He's down to coaching.
I don't think it's, but I will say this. I don't think it's preparation necessarily, because I think the game plan, the game plan was perfect. We can't execute, bruh. Something about going on the road, we can't execute. You can't tell me that first mother-loving drive defensively, the game plan wasn't perfect until we didn't execute on third down. That ain't that's that one to me. I will take. I'm on the like. All right, we need to let Tim Banks. I'm on that train. That 3rd and 13, they were in position. T-Lander staring at the dude that catch the ball, 5 yards behind him. What are we doing? That's where I'm at with it. So I don't know, man. I felt like the game plan was fine, other than obviously, I do think we should have ran the football a little bit more. I mean, you had success mid to late game running the ball. Was that because we were losing? I don't know. But I don't know what it is, bro. I can't really answer that one.
I don't think so. Because go ahead, Dylan.
I will say one thing that pissed me off this game, and I don't even know why I was watching, but at the very last play of the game, we were knocking on the door trying to get in the end zone, and we didn't run a play. Peyton Lewis was pissed.
Well, I don't think it's that. I mean, there was like 3 seconds when we tried to snap that ball.
Yeah, but still, you got to do something. You got to have some fight. You got to have some fire. You lose your locker room doing that.
Man. Ryan says Ty was doing a sit and reach, and yes, Boo looks like he ain't in it, so he got to go.
What I was going to say regarding the game plan is I don't necessarily disagree that the game plan was fine early, especially defensively. What I think happens is our coaches end up overthinking it on the road. They get in their heads about the fact that we're on the road, and then we overthink what we need to do on offense and defense, and it just causes issues. It causes issues in a couple ways with us not being in the right spots, but I think it also helps lead to some of the execution. Not necessarily that third down you're talking about, Ruck, because 100% we shouldn't have T-Lander out there on 3rd and 13 anyway, in my opinion. Keep him out there on early downs when they're probably running it. Get him out when they're passing it.
Stop trying to be cute.
Yeah, but I think that also leads to some of the execution because we end up asking our players to be something other than what we've been all year at home when we're on the road.
Back to the chat. MG Way, he's jogging every time talking about Blue Carter because he thinks he's going to Colorado. Okay. Katusa 93. Tennessee had more rushing yards, passing yards, and first downs and still lost. What does that tell you? You beat yourself.
Oh, 100%.
There's nothing else about this, people. Tennessee beat itself. Bama did not beat Tennessee. The numbers say they do. As far as the score, Tennessee won the game. 3 plays. The safety, intentional grounding, the drive after that, where you gave up another 3rd and long, and then the pick 6 on the goal line. The game was over. Was over. 3 plays.
Alabama is not 17 points better than we are.
No. Ty Simpson is what Cam Newton would call a textbook game manager. In my opinion.
He is a game manager, and he's going to win the Heisman if Bama keep doing this.
No, don't say that. But
I swear. Okay.
But I didn't get to hop on, but I think I texted in the group. I said we lose this game not because Bama's better than us, but because we beat ourselves.
Yep. And what happened? Let's see. Ryan said I had us realistically losing to Bama and Georgia, so I still feel the same about this team. If we're all honest, we all had 8, 4, 9, and 3. I mean, some people might have had 10 and 2, but I'm just saying, like, I had our 3 losses this season. I did not have us losing to Georgia. I had us losing to Alabama, Oklahoma, and I think Florida. Those were my 3.
No, I thought it was Arkansas.
Oh, it might have been. No. It was OU. It was 100% OU. I know that. I'd love to go back and see, but I know I had those 3.
I love it when people show up late to the show in the chat and start saying we're coping when we already talked about the fact that personnel-wise, we definitely are as good as we're making them out to be there, Jay. The issue comes into coaching and play calling, and then also personnel-wise, our safeties are garbage, and we've done talking about that for weeks. So if you don't want to come in halfway through a show and think you're getting the whole story, I mean, that's fine. Thank you for the free engagement.
I hope you're a Bama fan too, Jay, because y'all not nearly as good as y'all making yourself out to be.
Yeah,
like y'all. No, I'm just saying. Tennessee gave you 16 points. The score should have been 20-21 when we going down here driving. But guess what? It wasn't. So that's just that's football. So
Timothy, Alabama's O-line wasn't beast. We just sent 3 and 4 for most of the game. When we actually blitzed, we caused some mayhem. We caused some inaccuracy on Ty Simpson's part. We just chose not to do it enough.
I understand this comment. MG Way says we could have lost. We could have lost to Mississippi State and Arkansas too, but we didn't. We can say we could have. This should have. I'm so tired of that. Sam Schrock says I was there. That pick 6 was unbelievably painful, and the game was over then. And then the dumb Tennessee coaches rotated the offensive line all night. Pick the best 5 and stick with it. Yep, Sam says, every time I look down, another number was at a different position on the line. Yeah, very true. Thomas at Vandy and Kobe at Miami, we could definitely have used them this year for sure. Thomas. Does he mean Jordan Matthews? Jordan Matthews went to Vandy, and Jacoby obviously went to Miami. I don't know if Thomas. Who was a Thomas that went to Vandy? How many drops on the year, C2?
According to PFF, it's 26, but I think they only count when it hits both hands. So there's probably several more that should have been caught that just weren't. that may have been more like 50-50 type balls, where it was a little high or a little behind on Joey's part, but with the skill we've got at that position, should have been caught.
Oh man, C2 at whatever 26.
That was
That's you.
me.
That's
Yeah,
you.
that
That's
was
you. Mike can do everything, including missing dimes. Yeah, yeah, they're all missing. Sel, you look like Nico on this stream, bro. I can't see Nico right now. Nico Iamala Sale. That's what it is. He said EWC clothing. He's crazy to think Ty Simpson wasn't the reason Tennessee lost. No, he wasn't.
He didn't have a completion over 25 yards.
Like he did nothing to like he managed the game. Like had a turnover, fumbled the football, managed the game.
Jake Coker could have beat us last night in that situation.
Probably would have. Let's see. Will enjoyment. Will says the cope is crazy in here. Y'all don't understand. This is what I love though about other teams, fans that come in, because I love it, man. Welcome. We a welcoming group of folks. Y'all come on in. The problem is y'all don't watch this, so you think this is coping. Like these are things we've talked about for 8 games. We've been talking about this since July, before the season even started. The secondary is a problem. You lose your 2 best first-round draft picks, literally first-round draft picks, Ricky Gibson and Jermon McCoy. That's enough right there to let you know defensively we can't lock anything up on the outside right now. And it is what it is. Let's see. Jay says, I am a Bama fan. Reveling in the coat for sure. Bama hasn't even put together a full game.
Bama fan with a warthog as your profile picture is crazy to me, but you do you, man. You do you.
Bama hasn't even put together a full game. It's because you can't.
Neither is Tennessee.
We haven't either. Like, that's the thing. Like,
Bama is
– no one had that. This league is so even now, like across the board, like from team to team, player to player. Who would think Vanderbilt would be literally top 10 in the country, 6-1? Like, huh? You said like the league is evening out. Nobody has put together a full. I haven't seen one team in the SEC that I'm like they're going to the, because right now Alabama fans sitting here talking all this crazy junk, and they lost to a team at the beginning of the year who's now 3-5, almost 3-4. Yep. Like, let's not sit here and act like everybody's just got it all together, because that's not the truth. And I too, like now at this point in the season, Alabama's probably going to play for the SEC championship. And guess what? I got them losing it because I just watch. Hot take. I hate this comparison, but that Joey Agler interception reminded me of JG's fumble in 2020. Yeah, I mean, it was
that in our group chat too.
Yeah, it was triggering, bro. Definitely triggering.
I'll tell you what, though. That's
Jake Coker won a ship. What are you talking about? Yeah, he did, but he wasn't.
With what roster, bro?
That's like saying, like, do you know who was playing around him? Like,
right. That's like saying Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, bro.
Crazy, bro. Let's see. This is wild. Bama owns UT. Bama gonna be a force with the board. Y'all sound silly, just young.
Bama owns UT in Tuscaloosa. We've beat y'all the past 3 times they've come to Neyland now.
That's a dumb comment. This game is about where it's being played at right now. Every time we go to Tuscaloosa, the score looks a lot like that. Yep. 2023, it was 34-20. Last week, yesterday, 37-20. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it doesn't make a ton of sense. So Keith said losing to who in the SEC championship? Whoever. At this point, right Texas A&M is the best team in the conference.
They are the best team in the conference.
So, I mean, they are. It's just the truth. Like, right now, statistically, everything they're doing offensive, defensively, like, and I'm no homer. Like, Texas A&M, I hate Texas A&M. Like, I don't like any of y'all. I don't like none of y'all. I don't like Alabama. I don't like none of y'all. So, like, Texas A&M is sadly the best team in the conference right now. And, of course, Alabama, you're like, oh, we'll clap them. We'll clap them. Okay. We'll see. So, I love it, man. It's interesting to me. Chris says, "Good gravy, Richie Hamilton. DeBoer is 1-1 against Heupel now. DeBoer lost us last year, and we didn't score a single point in the first half against you. That's true.
Yeah.
We were bad. It's a rivalry game, and I
Look,
love the energy. Go ahead.
And I'll give Alabama your flowers. Texas A&M is definitely the best team in the SEC right now until someone proves they're not. Alabama is either 2 or 3. I think you could argue either way between them and Georgia right now. I know they beat Georgia at home, yes, so you could probably give the edge to Alabama there. But they play again, it could be different. I don't know. Also, Willie, just like Bill last week, man, I'm going to need, and this isn't for all Alabama fans. I'm not going to hate on all Alabama fans. I've got some friends who are Bama fans, but some of y'all need to learn how to spell or at least proofread before you post your comment. Y'all are calling us heaters. I know I got fire in my background, my man, but if you're trying to spell haters, that's not how it's spelled, my man. It's just not.
Hey, Corey, he doesn't
make
give
it
a
too
piss.
easy.
He doesn't give a piss about nothing but the Tide.
Or a dentist appointment.
Ryan said, "Dang, Ruck, tell him how you really feel." I mean, dude, they don't want me to get real black on here. That's why I'm chilling. Zero blitz, third and banks. Yeah, it's terrible.
Yes,
third and
for sure.
banks
That's
is a
terrible.
real thing. Third and banks is a very, 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 very real thing, and it's very annoying.
I think I said 2 weeks ago he's our Grantham.
He's something.
Yeah.
It's hard, man. What else y'all got about this one before I turn the
Well-
page?
After the pick six, was it a 2-possession game going into halftime?
Yes, 2 and it was really 3 technically because it was 7-23.
Yeah.
Think about it. Think about if you score even a field goal there, it's still a 1-possession game.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But
might call me crazy, but I said that in the group chat. The 2-point conversion, like, did it hurt us? No, especially obviously with the loss. But momentum wise, I would have just kicked the field goal, wait for later in the game to get there.
Yeah, I understood it because he was thinking like, I mean, you got to go for like you're gonna have to score again anyways, whether it's a field goal or points. Like as far as a tud, so it's hard. I don't know. It was hard to say. All right, Richie, I'm glad you think that. Great. Have a great.
The delusion is insane, bro.
Dude, I that's why I'm saying, dude, you can't give Bama fans anything, bro. They literally said, I saw something the other, or I guess it was this morning or yesterday. It was like, and y'all thought the dynasty was over. We just had to reset. Y'all was all tripping last. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all are the worst.
They was
Like
tripping
that's what
week one.
literally.
Richie, out of curiosity, what 2 teams do you think are going to beat Texas A&M? Just out of honesty, because they've got LSU left, who
They
just
trash.
got beat by Vandy.
Garbage.
LSU
They
is
trash.
not good. They've been
They
on
trash.
fraud watch all year. They've got Missouri. They're
They
going to beat Missouri. Missouri's mid. Texas A&M is going to beat them. They've got South Carolina. They are hot garbage, and I say that as someone who thought they would be good at the beginning of the year. They've got Samford at home, and then they've got Texas. And Texas barely squeaked out a win against Kentucky by 3. And Kentucky has looked horrific all year. So I would love for you to tell me which 2 of those teams you think is going to beat Texas A&M. Honestly,
Where's the Texas game?
it's
They
at
don't.
Texas.
Texas
Don't
ain't
matter
winning.
though. Yeah.
You could argue that Texas wins that game. That's 1 loss. I'm asking him for the 2
Two.
teams he thinks
Well, I'm
are
not going to lose
losses.
either, but I've seen crazy things happen rivalry week.
Oh, for sure. Deal. This one's more tailored towards you. Do we suck at scouting high school defensive backs or developing them once they get to UT? They can't tackle, cover, or know their assignment.
Well, it's a double-edged sword because, to start off Heupel's tenure here, Willie Martinez really didn't have a whole lot to go for. I mean, we still under recruiting violations and everything else, and then half of the DBs that we had left. Granted, he's had some hits, obviously, with Jamal McCoy in the portal, with Colton Hood in the portal. Ty Redmond's coming along nice, can't tackle, though. And then Ricky Gibson. But tackling's always an issue for the secondary, man. I mean,
think
you
that's
look
on
at anybody.
That's what I'm
It
saying.
is.
Every team.
DBs don't want to tackle. That's just the fact of life. But, I mean, the problem here is that DBs, when it comes to the totem pole of where we spend our NIL money, they're towards the bottom.
Yeah.
And that's why we've been able to find studs in the portal, because it's one of the last things that we try to cover. And so we don't get a lot of great ones out of high school. I mean, who's the last 4-star DB that we got here?
Out of high school?
Yeah. Can't tell you either.
I couldn't tell you.
I really couldn't. It's just,
I mean, like, I feel like we would have to literally go back to almost like Nigel Ward.
Prove it.
like,
Yeah.
like
Alontae Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah, literally. Pretty sad.
It just sucks, but that's the way it is. Josh Heupel's gonna pay his quarterbacks. He's gonna pay his receivers. He's gonna pay his tackles.
And I think you have to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
when you
agree
have
with
an
you on that.
offensive, when you have an offensive coach, that's where your money's gonna be at.
Yeah, and it's improved significantly.
Right.
It's still not great, but it has improved significantly. So let's see. Yeah, still got Bama fans up in here. Richie said they could lose at LSU and or Texas. Would you lay money even at either? Absolutely.
Absolutely. They ain't losing to LSU, man.
I throw 100 on the LSU game right now. I promise you. That's weird. Look, Jay says that what Sam says here is also cool. Bama fans can't comprehend that winning by stacking all of the talent isn't impressive. It's like varsity beating JV and thinking it's an accomplishment. The second NIL came, Saban ducked out.
Yeah.
It's not wrong. It's not really a code, man. Like, it's really true. I mean, college football as a whole, not even Alabama, like college football as a whole is a product of that right now. Like, it's about how much money you can spend. And granted, Alabama is still able to recruit highly because of just what they've done historically. Like, don't let Bama go through a 10-year drought like Tennessee. We won't even be hearing y'all anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it happens. Like, every program goes through it. It's going to happen at some point. When? Who knows? We had ours, and we're on the up. And that leads me into kind of one of the final kind of points that I wanted to talk to about this. So, you know, we've all been kind of in and out on this Heupel coaching, all of this for the last kind of few years now, right? You know, some of us say, man, like Heupel peaked in 2022, and now we're kind of getting in that space where we're just staying a really good team and we're not getting great, or we're not getting elite. We're not getting better. Y'all, I'm gonna say it this way. And I said this in a group chat, and I think y'all agree with me. In order for Tennessee to become elite, Heupel gonna have to fire some friends. When you look at this team and the coaching staff as a whole, in 2021 and 2022, you had two people on your roster that look, your first year, Cody Burns went to the NFL. He was a wide receiver coach. And that first year might have been the best production we had out of 3 wide receivers. It wasn't necessarily the best statistically, but Velus Jones, I don't remember a lot of drops. Javonte Payton, I can't remember a drop. Cedric Tillman, we know what he became, right? So we're going to have to restructure this entire team, coaching staff, if we want to become elite, because we need good eyes that are better than what we're seeing right now. Joey Halsey, he's a first-time offensive play caller. You can tell.
Yep.
Tim Banks, he's been doing this, but what do y'all think about that? Where do you like this coaching staff where it is? Or where can this coaching staff be better? I'm going to listen.
Here's my issue, is that we let guys in that have been here, and we don't try to go and get outside voices. You look at William Inge. You look at Darrell Sims. Those are two of the biggest bright spots on the team. We got young linebackers flying around looking good, and we got our running backs doing what they do. The issue is we got guys that have been here, and they're either staying stagnant or they're getting better. Willie Martinez, I'll give him credit. He's getting better. Glenn Ellaby, I'll give him credit. He's getting better. But we have to stop elevating people that are inside the building already, and we have to go listen to some guys from outside the program. Because if we don't have that outside criticism, I mean, the whole staff room just becomes an echo chamber. We're all just sitting here talking about the same things over and over and over again, and nothing's getting done about it. We did that a little bit this year with Evan Crabtree, bringing him in from Oklahoma. I mean, we saw the pistol sets, we saw a lot of new things this year, but above all, I think that a lot of things have to change on both sides of the ball. Kelsey Pope's got to go. Tim Banks, I'm hoping does good enough to get a head coaching job. He can go. Maybe we can hire a real safety coach after that. But all in all, there needs to be changes made, and I'm scared that if they don't happen, there's going to be a lot more heat on Josh Heupel's neck than his position coaches.
Yeah, I'm going to say the worst spot on our defense is our safeties. The other worst aspect of our defense is the play calling, and one man is responsible for both of those things because he coaches the safeties and he does the play calling, and that is Tim Banks. You can say what you want about Tim Banks rebuilding this defense. I don't know how much of that is true, given who the other position coaches are and the talent that they are bringing in at their positions, and specifically when we're thinking about our defensive linemen, correct, and our young linebackers. Edwin Spillman is going to be great in a few years. Even our cornerbacks, really, if we're being honest, yes, Ty Redmond has had some rough games, some rough moments in some big games. He's also a true freshman. I think he's going to be good. He just needs some time to develop. On offense, I think, man, we just overthink stuff. Joey's got to go. Not Joey Aguilar, although he's going to go anyway. But Joey, I never know how to pronounce his last name. Halsey, whatever. He's got to go, in my opinion, because of things where he overthinks it in big road games. Point in fact, we're down on the goal line in the play that leads up to the pick six, and we've got 9 seconds left on the clock. We could run it in, possibly score a touchdown. If it's Deshaun Bishop in there, we probably do. But if we don't, we run out of time. We don't have another timeout. We come out there in a jumbo set thinking we're going to trick Bama. They call a timeout because we did trick them there. We needed to switch it up at that point. They were not ready for whatever play call we were going to have that first time, so they called a timeout. Very smart use of a timeout by DeBoer. Instead, we come out and try to do the same thing. We show them the same formation when everybody in the stadium knows it's going to be a throw, because if we don't get it on a run,
half's over.
We lose our chance to get a field goal. So yes, Joey did make a bad read there. Yes, it would have been better for him to throw it into the stands instead. However, that formation in that spot was just one moment where you can look at our offensive coaches and see how they just completely overthink things. And running it early in games is another way they do that. We need to be more balanced run and pass because we're good at both. I don't know why we just pick one and go with it constantly.
Turning the page, boys. It's Kentucky week, man. We get to play our son this week. Early thoughts before we hop into the Who is Kentucky show tomorrow night. What do y'all think about this week? Is this just like y'all just go drop your nuts and go score as many points as you possibly can? Or is it like, I just want to see us perform and like, hey, we're going to blow. Like, I'd love to get a blowout. But like, what is it that you're looking for in a week like this where you really can bounce back big and get that confidence needed heading into the last 4 games of the season?
Yeah, it's just that. Bounce back, get your confidence back, get healthy. It's Kentucky. Treat them like it. I don't care if it's on the road. I don't really care about any of that. We better win by 20. And we better do it with some confidence. Because if not, 3, really 4 back-to-back games where it's that tight, it's going to start wearing on us. We need a swagger win on Saturday.
I agree. I think that's where people might have been coming from earlier in the chat when they were saying we almost lost to Mississippi State, we almost lost to Arkansas. You look at the teams, you look at what they normally are, you have expectations on what that win should look like, even though Mississippi State is kind of, well, I say that, but then look at last night. But I agree, especially after a loss. I know for me, when I played, the mindset was I'm not going to do the same thing twice, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to dominate. And this is the perfect game situation to do that, to set the tone for the second half of the season. I agree with Dylan. Come in, dominate, and let's get that confidence back going back in the OU week the following week.
For sure. C2, what you thinking, man? How you feeling?
So the good news for us, unlike Bama, that has some really solid strengths in their pass defense, and their pass game is a strength, regardless of whether or not they throw it deep. Ty can find the open spot in the zone, and he can get the ball to his receivers, and he doesn't turn the ball over. Good news for us, our pass defense is terrible, but Kentucky is 108th in passing yards in the league this year, and they are 67th in rush yards this year. In fact, looking at all of the statistics you can look at for a team, I don't think they are above 50 in anything. So if we come out of this game with another 7 or less point win, honestly, really, if we come out of this game and we didn't win by 14 or more points, people's seats, specifically position coaches in some certain areas, their seats should be on fire, because there is no reason for us to not go into Kentucky and blow the doors off of this team. They are horrific.
And I'm right there with y'all, man. I think it's a big week for Tennessee to bounce back. I think it's a big week for Tennessee to get back on that. They need a swag win, like you mentioned. I think they really need to feel good about themselves. And this is a great week after a week like you just had. And so, let's see. Joe, let's see. Roll Tide, Vols, I was there. It was rough for you guys. Bama had an electric atmosphere yesterday. The pass rush finally showed up. You guys gashed us on run tates, but that's par. I had some people there as well, and they said it was the quietest place they've ever been in the SEC for a team that was winning. Said it was even when the game was close, they said it was quiet on third down.
It was the same thing as Georgia's last year. Nervous, knew that was a chance that was still competitive, but when that 5-minute mark hit, you saw the cigars start coming out, and it was because they could tell that it was pretty secure out there. But that's all it is. That's no fun playing in an environment like that.
Right. So, yeah, man. So y'all already know, man, it's Kentucky week, and we'll be back tomorrow night live, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central for the Who Is Kentucky show. We'll have our scouts and schemes tomorrow. We'll have some by the numbers. We'll have a few things, man, that will get us geared up and ready for the Kentucky Wildcats. There's just a lot of stuff. I wish that this was a better time leading into the week, but hey, you get another opportunity to play football, and you get to another opportunity to wear the power tee. So can't wait. Y'all boys got anything, man, before we wrap up? No. Is it still go Vols, or we don't even say that no more?
You might have to switch us back to end the show.
Definitely go Vols, but still.
They might earn it from me.
Absolutely, man. Well, look, y'all already know what it is, man. For my guy C2, Dylan Sell, it's your boy Ruck in the building, man. And y'all already know what it is. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. Hold on. Oh, my God. I have to read this before we get off. David says, if it's God's will. Hugh said at the post-game presser, talking about Hugh's freeze, God called him to be at Auburn. I kid you not. Okay, then. I'm officially an atheist now. Oh, my gosh. What a way to end. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's straight up Tennessee, baby. Thank you to all the Alabama fans tapping in. Y'all boosted these views so heavily, and our channel loves it. So thank y'all so much. For my guys, man, it's your boy working the building, straight up Tennessee, baby. We'll see you live tomorrow night. Y'all be right here, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central for the Who Is Kentucky show.